Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of season 3 of the FIFA 21 Brentford career mode. Thank you very much for all of your feedback on the last episode with regards to transfer window, with regards this whole thing, and of course your further feedback as well. As per your feedback, obviously some prefer the green screen, some like the camera. I've made the camera smaller at the request of those that like the camera, and we've added a border as well. I think this should make this a better look, a better view. And it is significantly smaller than it was in the last episode as well. For future reference, I am very much intending on keeping this for the foreseeable future moving forward for YouTube content. The green screen will still be used here and there as well. And for F1 content on stream, then the green screen is definitely being used and we're not using this. But I'll switch up and change. If we do a My Player, I'll probably do that on FIFA 22. I'll probably do that with a green screen rather than the actual box, just so it adds something a little bit different to that as well. Right, so we know what we want to do. We think, as per your feedback in the last episode, we had a transfer bid for a certain Ivan Toney from a certain not just Champions League, certain champions of England club, Liverpool. So the general consensus was, yes, look to sell him, but only for a certain fee. So we will do that. Obviously, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to sell him, but if I do, there's a number of places you guys want me to try and improve. So we will try and do that. We're looking for a new right back. Tariq Lamptey could be that man. Centre back, Andreas Christensen is popular, especially considering he's currently at Burnley. Obviously, we elected not to sign Christensen earlier in the save when he was still at Chelsea, but now he's at Burnley. It's almost a no-brainer. Other centre-back names on the list are Kabak, Schurz, Joachim Andersen, Ronald Araujo. I know nothing of him, but he's currently at Barcelona. I don't know if that's where he is in real life. I imagine so, judging by the little picture he's got there on the left-hand side with the yellow ring around the neck. Nathan Ake is also another option, as well as Kurt Zuma, who's currently at Villa in this save, and Simakan as well, Mohamed Simakan of... Well, actually, you can play it right back as well, supposedly, but I'm not sure how quick he is. Of Leipzig, and Eric Bailly is also on the list. At left back, Centellas is still probably the go-to, although Simikas is now being scouted as well, as is Aitnuri. We still have Joachim Mæhle as a potential right-back option too. In the centre of midfield, we could potentially look for Curtis Jones, maybe, to add to our depth there. And then when it comes to the striking role, should we end up selling Ivan Toney, Odsonne Edouard is my favourite potential replacement. He's going to be my go-to. Ollie Watkins would be a former Brentford player we could bring back to play alongside Saïd Benrahma. It'd be like a proper flashback for Brentford fans. He's their number 1, apparently, Ollie Watkins. Okay, and then Karim Adeyemi is currently at Chelsea. I don't know if he's actually going to be any good or not. And obviously, we're looking for a starting striker. We do still have Elliot Weaver, who could grow well, but he's probably not going to be good enough at the moment to do the business. So, Ivan Toney, it says I could get up to £82.1 million. Now, Liverpool have just won the Premier League, and you guys were only on board with selling Toney if we could get upwards of 70 million for him. So, you said start about 80 and go no lower than 70. So I will counter at 80, and they've not really come up that far. They've not really come up that far at all. I will remove the sell-on clause and drop to 77 million. But they're not willing to pay it. And that was, like, you guys were okay with Toney leaving, but only if he went for a fee that we could then throw back into the rest of the squad. And at present, Liverpool aren't willing to meet a fee that would allow us to adequately replace him and fill the rest of the squad as well. So for the time being, that transfer is on hold with Ivan Toney's departure from the club. We shall wait and see what else happens throughout the remainder of this transfer window, of which there is quite a bit to go, 6+ weeks or so. When it comes to transfers in saves now, I think this past transfer window in real life kind of throws any, oh, that's unrealistic, out of the window. Messi to PSG on a free Ronaldo, as I record this, has just been announced as a Manchester United player again. Mbappe might be going to Real Madrid for €200 million. Football's fucking mental right now in real life, and it looks like that might well continue in this save as well. Raul Jimenez was one of the options you guys offered up as a potential central striker option. He's not my kind of player. He's also now moved to Juventus as well. So I'm just going to cut here until there's something else to bring to you, whether that be me signing a player or whether that be me moving a player on. At this stage, I don't know, but that's the exciting thing. This transfer window could get very, very intriguing. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more of this third season as we look to break our way into the top 4 in the Premier League. And insert eyes emoji. I'll say nothing more than that. Right, I'll see you in a moment. Watford have shown an interest in taking Philip Rasmussen on loan. It's a loan to buy, which I'm not keen on. We will just delegate that to a full regular loan and we'll see what happens there. He and the other couple of youngsters... Oh, for Joel Anderson. I am willing to let go out on loan. But if he gets... Oh, it's a swap deal. Okay, we'll wait and see for that. I'll just accept that for Joachim Anderson now that we are probably going to be getting maybe Tariq Lamptey. Who have they offered me instead? Alberto Grassi. No. Rasmussen has agreed to go out on loan to Watford for a year, so that's that done. Frederiksen, the other youngster, has now had a bid come in from Fulham for a year's loan to buy, but I'm going to say no to that. And Ollie Watkins has been approached by Burnley for £29.5 million. Now, we only need to buy a striker if Ivan Toney leaves. So, at present, it looks like Ollie Watkins will not be an option for us in this upcoming window, provided Ivan Toney leaves. I said that Odsonne Edouard was probably going to be my preferred of the two options anyway. Rasmussen loaned out and Anderson sold. That means we can make a move for Tariq Lamptey, a player that you guys have been keen on me to sign for a number of saves, actually. But because he's always been someone like Manchester City, I haven't been able to get it done. But now Tariq Lamptey is still at Brighton in this third season. It is an option, but I'm going to wait until I know what his value is, just so I don't end up wasting money on someone, or just wasting money. I want to pay the right price for the right man. Kostas Manolas has just gone to Brighton as well, who apparently are making moves in this transfer window. Röslu, a bid for him, £3 million from Fenerbahce. That's a swift no. Some interesting pair shirts from Anderlecht. Okay, that kind of indicates that perhaps Per Schurz isn't as good as you guys hoped he might be. We'll delegate that as a loan only for Olsen. And Mikael Damsgaard, I have now, or am now in the process of moving back to left wing at your request as well. So he's now a left winger again. And I can't get his stats to go up any more than they currently are, so he will stay 81 rated for the time being. Olsen has agreed to go on loan to... Whoa, it's Juventus. Has agreed to go out on loan to Hoffenheim. Now, Mikael Damsgaard is a player that we'd love to keep, but Juventus have come calling. I can't really say no to Juventus. I will try and negotiate a sizable fee for him, if we can get it. I'd like to get upwards of 40 if I can. Hopefully they're willing to negotiate a little bit. If not, I don't really want to let him go for anything less. They've come up quite considerably, or at least a chunk. I don't want to let him go for any less than 36 or 37-ish. I've come down significantly, 34.7. Nicole, you might be on your way out at this particular moment in time, my friend. 37.5. Juventus won't? No? Okay. Okay. Mikael Damsgaard stays for the time being then. Fair enough. Whoa. My scout reports are back. All of my scout reports are now back, and I've removed the players that I'm absolutely now not interested in because of those scout reports. Now, Tariq Lamptey could be available for about 30-ish. That's going to be half my budget. So, it's tough, really, but we know that in defence is where we absolutely have to improve next. So, I'm going to have to sink the money into the defence to ensure that we have a solid season. Then if we make any forward sales, then we can adjust on the fly to that. But absolutely, our forward few at the moment have been great for us with regards scoring goals. It's been defensively that we've been poor. Now, Joachim Mele is cheaper, just as quick probably, and I'd argue better technically, I'd imagine. Tariq Lamptey, oh, it's not that bad technically actually. 77 stand, 75 slide. 77 stand, 75 slide. Okay, defensively, Lamptey is better. Okay, Tariq Lamptey is, and he probably cost me more, but as a player that's already in the Premier League and coming from a side that probably won't be too bullish in their negotiation, we might be able to get this one done. I want Matthias Jensen plus 13.6 million pounds. I'm going to remove the player. I'm not willing to pay that much. If I can get him for under 30, I think it's a win. That's a win. Tariq Lamptey for under 30 million pounds. That could be an absolute bargain for us. Rösler has been solid, but Lamptey would be better. I'll say important squad role because that's almost certainly what he'd have, and he'll agree with that. That's great. I'm actually quite excited to use Tariq Lamptey. He tends to destroy me, really, whenever we play against him, whether that be for Brighton in this save or Manchester City in previous saves. Does tend to end up at City for some unknown reason. They have some pretty damn decent right-backs already at Manchester City. Right, that's that deal done then. That's a right-back sorted. He's in and will start ahead of Rösler. We do find ourselves at the first match day of the season. It's against West Brom, and I'm pretty sure we could get a victory here. Solet is currently alongside Constance, so we do need a centre-back sooner rather than later. We do get a 1-0 win. Maybe we don't. Solet gets the only goal of the game. We start the season with a 1-0 win away from home at the Hawthorns. Well then, that was not what I expected from that game. Moving forward then, let's see what we can do. Interest shown in odds on Edouard now. Now, if we lose Toney, an odds on Edouard and Ollie Watkins end up moving elsewhere before we're able to move on Ivan Toney. If Ivan Toney goes, then I will be a little bit stuck for I'm going to have to delve into the world of Twitter probably to ask for suggestions. Lazio have offered me 25.9 million plus Ruslan Malinovsky. No, lads. I'll be honest. Sorry. Not even close. Wolves on the horizon coming up. A Consa bid from Benfica. I'm going to say no. We are in European competition, and Benfica aren't the sort of giant club that you'd say you absolutely have to negotiate with. Right, short-term loan, or 2-year loan actually, to Randers for Samuelson. Okay, that's fine by me. Now, who's this bid for Jensen from? Leeds. Leeds have offered me 14.8 million for one of my starting midfielders. No, Leeds United, not a chance. Right, let's sign a centre-back. Let's get someone to play alongside Ezri Konsa. Who to pick? That's the question. Who to pick? I'm leaning, because of his valuation, towards Eric Bailly. £23.5 million. Everyone else is significantly more expensive, other than Joachim Andersen, who's arguably not as good. I'm leaning towards Eric Bailly, because that would mean that we'd only need to make a small sale, or even maybe just an adjustment with the transfer budget, to maybe be able to afford Konstantinos Tsimikas from Liverpool, who's probably not going to cost us that much at all either. So I'm not far away from being able to afford both Bailly and Tsimikas as things stand, provided we can agree agreeable contract and negotiation terms. I'll offer them 21 for Eric Bailly, and we'll just see what they say to that. 28.4. Now, they should hopefully come down from there. We might be able to get a pretty decent deal for Eric Bailly. 28.4 again. Okay, come on now. Give me a chance to sign a quality player that would definitely improve our first team for an agreeable price. Eric Bailly potentially on his way in. Wages are quite high, but not astronomical. And we're not far off being able to afford Samikas with what we've got left. No release clause is fine by me. Wage-wise, give me an idea what you want. No, okay. Now, he's in a crucial role, but they normally agree a wage cut for no apparent reason in career mode. So we'll offer him 55, and he is willing to take 55. I will counter and remove that big bonus. 60 grand, done. Signed, sealed, delivered. We have a new centre-back. Eric Bailly comes in and offers a significant boost to our defensive efforts. The experience of Eric Bailly will be second to none in our defensive line now. Right, okay, things are getting pretty damned decent. That's 2 solid signings to significantly improve our back line. Janssen and Solik can go in there and stay there. Right, now, I don't know as I'm going to go out of my way to sell anyone, but we have some money left over. Should someone come in for someone that offers up the opportunity to maybe make another couple of signings. But our goal scoring has been great in this save. Our defending has not. Our defensive record overall has not been amazing. So that's why we're now choosing to strengthen at the back in this save this season, to start with anyway. Let's wait and see what happens for the remainder of the window, and let's wait and see what happens in January too. Everton have come in with a bid of nearly £40 million for Mbermo, which, I'll be honest, I contemplated for a moment until I saw that he's valued at 42.5. And for the pure cheek of it, they can get screwed. Everton, you are not getting Mbermo, thank you very much. I can't quite believe they came in with a bid quite so low. If you want to take one of my starting wingers, don't bid under their value. He's one of the best, probably one of the best wingers in the league at the moment. 83 rated now. I think he might even have gone up in the day that I just advanced. So it was 82 rated. Wolves next. And then it's Everton and Tottenham. I tell you what, because it was Everton that bid, we'll play them. I was going to play Wolves and Tottenham, but no. We'll play Everton, and hopefully Mbermo can have an absolutely cracking game. We get a 1-1 draw. Jensen himself sent off after half an hour. An idiot. Thankfully, we're able to hold on for the point, but we shall be without him now for that game against Everton, where I'm kind of hoping I'm going to get a victory. A bid for Rico Henry from Ajax of £18.4 million, which we shall reject. You guys want me to keep hold of Rico Henry, and Ajax, whilst they are decent, it's not a massive step up. So we'll keep Rico Henry here now that we have our own European football. Samuelson has been loaned out, and he'll go to Randers FC for 2 years. And as things stand, I don't think it looks like there's going to be much else happening until the game against Everton. So I will see you at Goodison. Actually, they're coming to me, I think. Bid for loan to buy. No, delegate. Just a loan, please. I think they're coming to me, Everton. So I won't see you at Goodison Park. I will see you at the Brentford Community Stadium. Had another bid come in for Ivan Toney. Now it's from Villarreal. Now, ordinarily, you would say that isn't a massive step up, but they do have Champions League football. Now, if they pay 80 plus, they can have him. But I'm going to be a lot more aggressive in my negotiations with Villarreal than I was with Liverpool. And it doesn't look like Unai Emery is going to come anywhere near my valuation. 80.8. No, I didn't think so. But I thought I might as well try and potentially get an absolute worldie of a transfer fee. But it's not to be. Right, time to play Everton then. Marcus Force has completed his growth to 75 rated. Unfortunately for him, not in my starting lineup. Fortunately for Jensen, or more so unfortunately for me, Jensen not in my starting lineup for this next game. Who do we throw on the bench instead? Let's go with Janelt. It's the obvious, isn't it? Right, so Berg comes in, and he'll start alongside Josh De Silva, who's 84 rated now. And that is a much stronger looking defence than one we've had in previous seasons, isn't it? Let's go and play Everton and show them why they can't have Brian Mbermo. Jordan Pickford in goal for Everton. Sergi Roberto, Mason Holgate, Ben Godfrey and Colos Never. Doucouré and Allen sat in the CDM roles. Alex Iwobi, Nabil Fekir and Anthony Gordon sat behind Richarlison at striker. DCL still only on the bench for them. Begovic is their backup goalkeeper. Made a couple of good saves for Everton in the Cup midweek. I saw in a couple of replays. IRL, that is, of course. Tariq Lamptey making his debut then for us here today, as well as, of course, our other new centre-back. Someone who's got plenty of Premier League experience, Eric Bailly. So, hopefully, a clean sheet will do nicely. And from there, we'll see what we can do going the other way. Like we say, our goal scoring has not really been too much of an issue whilst we've got Ivan Toney in the team. Anyway, so far in this save. Oh, it's lovely dribbling from Saïd Benrahma, but Doucouré does get a very good foot in. Mikhail Damsgaard could be one to watch today. I have a funny feeling it might be more than just him that Everton need to keep their eyes on. My God, Tariq Lamptey's quick. Oh, that's excellently worked, but unfortunately the final pass isn't good enough. To Benrahma and across to Josh Da Silva. Good interception by Doucouré. Outrageous one, to be fair. I'd like to think if we'd have had 11 men for the whole game against Wolves, we might have gotten the win in that game. Mikhail Damsgaard will look for Benrahma in the middle. It's actually going to be Mbermo at the back post that he tries to find. Neva gets rid of it. Benrahma with the delivery. Ivan Toney's up. Ben Godfrey wins the header. We'll have another corner. We'll try again, shall we? See what we can do from this one. We'll look for Ivan Toney again. Towards him it goes. It's a good save by Pickford that was straight at him. And again, Ivan Toney's aerial ability is second to none. He would be a massive loss were we to lose him, but that move to Liverpool would have just been too good for him to turn down, really. And if we'd have been able to get an agreeable fee, we would have waved him off, knowing that he's done all he can for Brentford in this save, and we can't really hold it against him if he chases a move to a club like Liverpool. Villarreal was more just a cash grab, and I'm kind of glad that one fell through. Well, obviously, Champions League football is still a draw, so I wanted to give him the option of potentially moving somewhere else. I don't know if it's ever if it is, it's very rare, where you accept a transfer fee and a player actually rejects the contract proposal. Does that ever happen in career mode? It happens all the time in FM, but I don't know if that actually happens in career mode. I can't recall that ever happening to me in a save, where I've accepted a bid, a transfer bid for a player like in a big money move like that, and they've actually turned down the contract. I genuinely don't think it happens that often. We get it occasionally with young players, like Joel Valencia, or players that are lowly rated and have bids come in from sides that can't really afford their wages because they're just a lower rated Premier League level player. But never in the big moves. Never have I seen one like that fall through. You guys may have seen it, and if you have, do let me know in the comment section down below. Richarlison down the right for Everton here, a player who may find himself at PSG in real life in the not too distant future if the Mbappe to Real Madrid move goes through. They supposedly are looking to Richarlison as Kylian's replacement. Now, we might have already seen Richarlison in a PSG shirt this year on FIFA. That being our Everton save. We ended up selling Richarlison to Paris Saint-Germain. Mikhail Damsgaard is in behind again here, and I'll just lift it and hope that someone can get there with a header, which they can't. Will be tackled by Rico Henry. And Sergio Roberto committed forward there. Just not got too many options here. Josh Da Silva could burst past one. Turn and look for a couple more. Berg. Ivan Toney. Oh, he sent Mason Holgate, who recovers exceptionally well. That's the closest we've probably come so far, other than that Ivan Toney header. But everything is still going through Ivan Toney up top. And other than someone like Odsonne Edouard, I don't know who we'd actually replace Toney with that would have a similar impact in a similar fashion. We would be struggling for options should Ivan Toney end up leaving. But Saïd Benrahma's been popping up with goals in that cam roll, and he's got another one. It might not be the end of the world if Ivan Toney leaves. He'd be a big miss, but nobody's irreplaceable. Although we did get the assist for that. A goal for Saïd Benrahma, a goal for Brentford, we lead. Back to Nabil Fekir. Hell of a player to sign. Nabil Fekir find... Oh, the ball has found its way. No! The ball has found its way out to Anthony Gordon, is what I was about to say. And Anthony Gordon has equal... Really? I think I can honestly say I've never seen that celebration before. Across... He just drops the shoulder, and that's a hell of a finish. Looks like David Raya almost slipped because of all of the rain. Kind of broke his ankle placing his standing foot, but hell of a finish from Anthony Gordon. Allen trying to switch to bloody Berg, and it wouldn't let me. Very important challenge. It just would not switch to Berg there. You could see me changing player again and again and again. If that cost me a goal, I'd be furious. No! Are you kidding me? Left to wonder what his defenders were doing. Well, this don't fucking work, is what happened. I can't believe it. 2-1 down against them. They've had 2 shots all fucking game. Oh, at half-time, they hadn't had a single shot. Now, they've had 2 opportunities. They've scored them both, and we're behind. Fucking brilliant. To Ivan Toney. Excellent footwork. Berg. De Silva. Oh, touch was heavy. It's going to fall kindly for Ivan Toney. He won't miss this. Ivan Toney doesn't miss chances like that. We're back level. And it's time to go and get ourselves in front again. Because fuck Everton right now. Looking for Tariq Lamptey. No, he's looking to get it away from Tariq Lamptey. This is good from Everton. That back heel's really nice too. And Neva will find the ball out wide here to Alex Iwobi. Tariq Lamptey is in the right place at the right time to get rid of that. Not the best of clearances, but a clearance nonetheless. 2 changes for me. Ola Sernagler and Johan Wissa coming on. See if those changes can help us get the win. I genuinely thought that had gone in then for a moment when I saw the net ripple, thankfully, from the side netting the other side of the post. What a frustrating game of football this has turned out to be. And Burmo looking for Ivan Toney, a little flick onto Said Benrahma, looking to get away from everybody around him. Again, look, need to utilise that good dribbling. We'll look for Johan Wissa. And there's De Silva. And De Silva's going to keep going here. And into the middle. No, it's a... Oh, Sernagler. Oh, it's got in. It's an own goal, Alan. Can you believe it? The man that scored the second goal. What? What? Have they... What? Did they just get a goal kick? Was Sernagler offside? What the hell just happened? I need to see a replay. What? Don't tell me. I'm so confused. Was he? I don't understand. Was Sernagler offside when the ball came in? He's not offside. He's taken the touch. What's the referee? What? He's blown his whistle. Oh, must have been for handball. Oh, don't tell me that hit his hand on the way down. Oh, it did. Oh, no. I thought we'd won it. I thought we'd won it. And he's away. Allen's not catching him. Benrahma's in there. Tony's in there. Oh, Pickford's going to punch that away. I was looking for Johan Wissa. Beat Sergi Roberto to it, not once, but twice. And 3 times. Johan Wissa. Ivan Toney. I can't get it to Sernagler that hit hit Ivan Toney's arm. I think that's going to be a 2-2 draw against Everton in a relentless game of football. I can't believe we've not won it at the death there. But presumably, Allen only knocked the ball into his own net because the referee had already blown his whistle. And it was just the game not actually making Allen respond. And we wouldn't have gotten the own goal. If we had it done, I was already exploding. Jensen is back available for the next game against Tottenham. So he should be playing. Thompson has agreed a 1-year loan deal to go to Watford. Watford taking a couple of my players on loan in this window, surprisingly. Right, I'll see you at the at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, unless anything else happens between now and Friday, which it doesn't look like it's going to. So I'll see you at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Oh, hang on, 6 emails. Matches rescheduled. They're all match rescheduled. Okay, great. Okay, well, that'll be for Europe then. Who do we have in our European group? We can at least find that out now then. In the Europa League, we have Mulder, Feyenoord, and Ghent. If we don't win that fucking group, I'll resign. Tottenham are top. Brilliant. Here we go. Tottenham line up with Hugo Lloris in goal. Aurier, Jason Denayo's a new signing. Alaba and Reguilon. Conrad Lamer's a new signing too, alongside Højbjerg. Brian Hill, Heung-min Son and Lucas Moura. Behind Harry Kane, who is now staying at Tottenham in real life, it seems. Right. Oh, This is one that will give us an idea of where we genuinely stand this season. We've not made too many changes to the squad, evidently, but the players we do have are growing and are still playing well. Can we challenge in the top 4 this season? I certainly hope so. We should have won against Everton, and I'm really frustrated that we didn't. Jesus Christ. But players like Harry Kane are still a step above anything we've got. Lamptey into Jensen and Ben Rama. Josh De Silva's alongside me. I've only made one change to my starting lineup. That is Solet in a centre-back for Esri Konsa, who was just too tired from the previous game. Unfortunately, the game's coming too quick for our squad to deal with it, seemingly. A number of our squad, in fact everybody other than Jensen, who didn't play because he was suspended, and Solet, who didn't play because, well, I didn't play him, was needing some sort of extra rest. Everybody was still lower on stamina than I would have liked them heading into this fixture when Tottenham had a full-strength side that was fully fit. But we don't have the luxury of a massive squad here because we haven't yet been given a really competitive transfer budget for the top end of the Premier League table. And Burmo's intercepted that nicely, though. And maybe we don't need a massive transfer budget. Maybe we've already got everything we need and everybody can dig deep and get stuck in, and we don't need to have 7,000 players and rotate every week to be able to get the best out of this team or out of the best potential finish for the squad, for the club. Josh De Silva, bit of space on the left foot, straight at Hugo Lloris. Lucas is giving that straight to Eric Bailly. It's been rock solid so far, Eric Bailly. No complaints at all about our new Ivorian centre-back. Very pleased. Very pleased. Jensen. Come on, find the pass to Tony. Hit it early because the defenders are around him. And again, Lloris makes the save. He's been called into action a few times so far, though, Hugo Lloris. Solet can't quite get to that. Eric Bailly can't quite get to that. Thankfully, Rico Henry's quite quick, so he'll get to it instead. Solet to Lamptey. Jensen to Mbermo. Out of reach of the defender. Here comes Said Benrahma. He's out of the reach of the defender. Ha! Ha! Sorry, I might have just broken Serge Aurier's ankles. That was a nasty challenge. I'm lucky not to get sent off for that, to be honest. That was disgusting. He's not even going to get a yellow. Lol. Højbjerg through to Brian Hill. Here's Lima. Giovanni Lo Celso has gone to Liverpool, which is why he's not playing in this game for Tottenham. We've got Conrad Lima in there instead. I was hoping to kind of state my intentions for the rest of the league season in this game and really kind of show Tottenham and show the rest of the league against Tottenham what we were all about. As it happens, judging by this performance, not really about that much at the moment, but hopefully things will progress throughout the course of the season and we will be challenging top 4 come the end of the year. We know that's what we want and that we know that that's where we want to be. Oh, challenge by Reguilon, that was superb. Half an hour to go here, still 0-0. Neither side able to find a breakthrough, but I mean, keeping clean sheets against sides like Tottenham is certainly a step up from what we've done in previous years. I have been pleased with Lamptey and Bailly so far. Lima into Kane. It's a nice turn. It's a lovely tackle by Eric Bailly. Absolutely superb. Tony's on the run in the channel. We'll play him in behind. Jason Denayer with me. Yeah, they have given him too much space. You're right. Oh, what a save. Hugo Lloris only just able to get there. Said Benrahma is such a danger in front of goal. Lucas off for Bergwijn. Oh, it's a decent punch. Win this header, please, Said. He's done brilliantly there. Brian Hill. Still got the ball, though. Here's Mbermo. Oh, he's got a bit of space. Aye, 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 aye. And doesn't use it very well at all. A hell of a player, Steven Bergwijn, to have at the club. Certainly someone I could look to. Perhaps, should we lose a winger in this window? Probably next season, to be fair. That's a terrible pass out, but it's more my fault than anyone else's. Son. Still with Solet. Son, pass me. I'm worried about the near post shots! And this is why I don't adore this game, Derek Ray. This is why I hate near post shots on FIFA 21. Ah! 1-0 Tottenham. Fuck my life. Conrad Lima. Oh, it's a lovely ball to Heung-min Son. Nice tackle by Solet, though. We've won it off him. Look from Burmo. Find him. Come on. Send Toney through. No! Oh, screw you, Jason Denayer. Worth a transfer fee alone for just that interception, perhaps. And Burmo. Lovely ball through to Matthias Jensen. Got options here. Toney. Benrahma. And Burmo. Oh, just too much. Just too much. Oh, we weren't fully fit before the game started, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. Frustrating defeat against Tottenham. A game that I felt that we deserved more from, as you can see from the stats. We were the better side, but the result didn't show that, unfortunately. I'm not sure how the end of the transfer window is going to go in the remaining few days. Players away on international duty. A transfer bid from Bournemouth for Röslev, which is going to be turned down. Thompson's gone out on loan, and a number of players are going away on international duty now. Ivan Toney called up into the England fray, as is Ezri Konsa. Continue to just sim training for the time being. We're 11th after 4 games. Not where I wanted to be, really. A bid from Stuttgart for Ezri Konsa. No. Seems to be a popular boy, though, Ezri Konsa, right now. Teams coming in for him quite regularly at the minute. Benfica and Stuttgart now with 2 sizable bids. So the biggest deals so far in this window: Ruben Neves from Wolves to Liverpool, Alphonso Davies from Bayern to Chelsea, and Robert Lewandowski from Bayern Munich to Manchester City. Yes, that has happened. Right, let's see what happens on transfer deadline day, shall we? Need to have enough time left to do something should anyone come in for any of my players, but at the moment nobody's really spending anything. After 4 hours, only £250 million spent. Locatelli's gone to PSG. That's a larger one, £44 million. Interest in Ake, but that's fine. Bid from Wolves for Jensen, but we can comfortably turn down. Doesn't look like we're going to be doing much else, does it, in this transfer window? What's that email? A bid for Toney from Inter for £47.5 million. We might be doing something else in this transfer window. Jeez. Inter Milan, I think, actually won Serie A last year in this save, I think. I'll ask for 82. And they will have to negotiate with me. 56.3. They said that's the best they can do. Well, if you can do anything over 70, you can have him. Can't. 56.3 is their final offer. Will they come up to 72.5? I imagine they'll walk away here, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You guys will only allow me, or would only prefer, that I sold him if we get a sizable fee for him, which we have not been able to acquire, and will not be able to acquire, because even when this bid, whoever it's for, comes in, it's a loan bid from Bologna for Marcus Lindgren. I might actually be able to utilise him in the Europa League this year, so I will turn that bid down with a view to utilising him more regularly, or just regularly in general. Damsgaard transfer bid from Leipzig of 30.2, but it's too late. I'm going to have to reject these because we're right at the end of the window. And there's only an hour to go, so even if I do accept them, which I wouldn't do, but even if I did accept them, it would time out and you wouldn't be able to, they wouldn't be able to go through anyway. Slightly frustrated that I just accelerated there because I wanted to see who did what in that recent window, but we're not going to get the opportunity to do that now. Never mind. Watford have loaned a bid for Fredrickson. Fredrickson actually turned down the opportunity to go to Fulham, or Fulham turned down the option of just a loan. I'm not sure which way round that was. So we end the transfer window having made a couple of signings. I'm not sure how we'll do this year. It's not the best of starts, but obviously the only way is up. So hopefully up we will go in the next episode. We start our European journey. It's Brighton, then Mulder, and Watford, Manchester United, Preston and Feyenoord as we push on into the rest of the season. Well, massive month. Manchester City, Chelsea and Liverpool, as well as Leicester, all in the month of October. Jesus Christ. Right, it's getting serious now, isn't it? Right, that will do for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any further content. We shall attack Europe and hopefully have a much better season this year than we did last with regards to our European football, and hopefully get ourselves into a top 4 spot sooner rather than later, although there are some big games on the horizon. We do have some money to spend in January, but we will probably need to add to that with a sale or two before we're able to properly build. But we are building. We are building. The defence is better than it was, but as a side, we're not quite there yet. But we're definitely on our way. I'll see you tomorrow.